this example, we're going to find the equation for the line that passes through the point 4, 1, and it's parallel to the line with the equation x plus 4y equals 19. So the first thing we're thinking about is we have to write an equation. Whenever we have to write an equation, we want to be thinking about that y equals mx plus b format, because all we need is the slope and the intercept. And once we have those two values, we can write our equation. Now we have to look and see, what does this problem give us? So we want to find the slope and the y-intercept. And the problem gives us an equation that we can pull the slope from, and it gives us a point that we can use later to find the y-intercept. So let's pull that slope out first. Looking at that x plus 4y equals 19, we're going to solve for y, which means we have to zero in on the equal sign and move that x. So subtract the x from both sides in order to move it to the right. And you bring the 4y straight down. On the right hand side, we want mx plus b, so we'd like the x to appear first and then go ahead and bump the 19 over to the right. That 19 is positive, so we're just going to say 4y equals negative x plus 19. Now we have to isolate the y by dividing by 4 in all three places. And that marks the 4's out, and you have y equals negative 1/4 x plus 19 over 4. Nothing simplifies or cancels there. The only reason we did that was so we could pull that negative 1/4 off and use that on the right hand side of the screen so we can find the y-intercept. In this particular example, I'm going to use y equals mx plus b and plug in my x, my y, and my m. So plugged in 4 for x, I plugged in 1 for y, and I plugged in the negative 1/4 where the m is in the y equals mx plus b. My b is sitting there waiting to be solved, so I didn't plug anything into the b. The first thing we're going to do to solve this is go ahead and zoom in on the equal sign. The right side's heavy, so let's take care of it. Multiply the negative 1/4 by 4 to get negative 1 and rewrite the equation. The second thing we're going to do is add that negative 1 to both sides and get 2 on the left hand side. So this 2 is actually our y-intercept, and now we have everything we need to write the equation. It's going to use that negative 1/4 slope and that positive 2 for the intercept. Now I'm going to show you how to check this if you enjoy graphing. Okay, here's the graph of x plus 4y equals 19. There's the point that the line is supposed to go through. And here's the equation that we wrote, y equals negative 1/4 x plus 2. Let's start with the 2 and plot the y-intercept on the graph. And then come over and take that slope. We're going to put the negative up with the 1, and that's telling us to go down 1 and right 4. Over on the graph, when I start at the intercept and go down 1 and right 4, brings me right to that point that we're supposed to go through. So that's a good sign. I'm going to do it one more time and plot one more point. Notice when I draw the line through all the 3 of those points, the y equals negative 1/4 x plus 2 that we found is parallel to the x plus 4y equals 19.